In the annals of history, some of the most chilling tales are not of grand battles or legendary heroes, but of quiet treachery hidden in plain sight. Imagine a medieval court, a world of intricate power plays, where alliances could shift with a whispered word or a poisoned cup. Tonight, we delve into a forgotten secret, a chilling narrative from the shadowy corners of the Middle Ages, where a master of deadly art left behind not a confession on parchment, but a coded truth meticulously woven into the very fabric of his culinary legacy, a cookbook, a testament to cunning, betrayal, and a hidden message waiting centuries to be discovered. Our story begins in the year 1437, within the imposing stone walls of Baron d'Aquitaine's ancestral castle. A grand feast was underway, a tapestry of succulent roasts, spiced wines, and merry laughter. Yet, amidst the revelry, a silent predator stalked. Days later, the Baron, a man of robust health, succumbed to a mysterious illness, his passing swift and agonizing. Physicians were baffled, attributing it to a foul humor, but whispers of foul play began to spread like wildfire through the castle halls. Who would dare strike down such a powerful figure? And how could they have done so without a trace? At the heart of the Baron's sprawling household was Master Elian, his trusted steward and master of the kitchens. Elian was renowned not just for his culinary brilliance, but for his meticulous management, his serene demeanor, and an almost encyclopedic knowledge of herbs, spices, and household remedies. For decades, he had served the Baron, his loyalty unquestioned, his hands crafting every meal, every preserve, every medicinal tonic consumed within those walls. Yet, as suspicion grew, even the most revered figures could not escape the searching gaze of the court. Could such a man, so integral to the castle's very lifeblood, harbor such a dark secret? With no obvious culprit or weapon, the Baron's successor, his nephew Lord Antoine, initiated a thorough, albeit discreet, investigation. Every servant, every visitor, every rival noble was scrutinized. The castle archives, the apothecary's ledgers, even the privy chambers were searched. Yet, the method of the Baron's demise remained elusive. Was it a rare disease, a vengeful spirit, or indeed, a meticulously planned act of murder? Lord Antoine, a pragmatist, refused to believe in the supernatural, convinced that a human hand was at play. He tasked his most astute scholars to comb through every written document in the castle. Among the myriad documents belonging to Master Elian, a heavy, leather-bound manuscript stood out. It was his personal cookbook, a compendium of generations of family recipes, household remedies, and even obscure alchemical notes. Bound in faded leather, its pages were filled with Master Elian's precise, elegant script, detailing everything from lavish feasts to simple tonics for indigestion. It was a testament to his life's work, seemingly innocuous. But deep within its pages, nestled between a recipe for roasted boar and a poultice for gout, lay something unexpected, a series of cryptic marginalia and seemingly nonsensical alterations to familiar recipes. One of Lord Antoine's clerks, a meticulous young man named Thomas, was tasked with cataloging Elian's personal effects. He meticulously cross-referenced entries in the cookbook with known historical recipes. He noticed peculiar additions, an unusually high quantity of winterbloom in a restorative broth, a purging herb where none should be, and allegorical warnings disguised as cooking advice. These were not mistakes. Thomas began to suspect a pattern. By comparing Elian's distinctive handwriting and unusual symbols to other castle documents, a chilling narrative slowly began to emerge, hidden in plain sight, a story woven into the very recipes intended to nourish life. The coded entries detailed not a confession of guilt in plain words, but a chilling recipe for the Baron's slow demise. The winter bloom was a highly toxic hellebore disguised as a common seasoning. The purging herb was a potent dose of digitalis, carefully introduced in small, cumulative quantities into the Baron's favorite daily tonic. Elian had used his profound knowledge of herbs to mask deadly poisons as beneficial ingredients, slowly eroding the Baron's health until he finally succumbed. The cookbook, meant to preserve life and tradition, had become a morbid ledger of death, a chilling testament to Elian's calculated malevolence. But why? The decoded marginalia hinted at Elian's festering resentment. The Baron, once benevolent, had become tyrannical in his old age, threatening Elian's family lands and traditions, dismissing his counsel. The purging of humors wasn't just a physical act. It was a metaphorical cleansing of a corrupt leader, a desperate act of preservation by a man whose loyalty had been pushed to its breaking point. Elian, the trusted steward, saw himself as administering justice, not poison. His confession, though veiled, spoke of a profound disillusionment and a twisted sense of duty. Armed with this damning evidence, Lord Antoine confronted Elian. The old steward, upon seeing his meticulously hidden secret laid bare, offered no resistance. His serene demeanor finally cracked, replaced by a quiet, weary resignation. He admitted to the slow poisoning, justifying his actions as a desperate measure to protect his kin and his heritage from the Baron's increasingly erratic cruelty. Medieval justice was swift and brutal. Elian, the master of the kitchen, was stripped of his titles and condemned. The very tools of his craft, his vast knowledge, had become his undoing. Elian's methods, while cunning, were rooted in common medieval knowledge. Poisons were the silent weapons of choice for those seeking power or vengeance, often difficult to detect. Arsenic, hellebore, hemlock, monkshood, and belladonna were all known and utilized. Apothecaries and cunning women possessed extensive knowledge of herbs, for both healing and harm. The line between medicine and murder was often blurred, and forensic science, as we know, it was centuries away. This made poisonings incredibly difficult to prove, elevating the craft of a poisoner like Elian to an almost unassailable art. The story of Master Elian and his coded cookbook serves as a chilling reminder of the lengths to which individuals would go in an age of strict hierarchies and brutal consequences. It highlights the subtle power of writing, how words, even in the most mundane of contexts, can carry profound and dangerous secrets. Elian's confession, etched not in blood but in ink, speaks across the centuries, a testament to a broken man's last stand, a meticulously crafted act of defiance. The cookbook, once a symbol of nourishment, became an artifact of human darkness, holding a truth that patiently waited to be discovered. From the grand feasts of medieval castles to the silent whispers of a poisoner's hand, history is replete with tales of ambition, betrayal, and hidden truths. Master Elian's coded cookbook is more than a morbid curiosity. It's a window into the darker side of human nature, a reminder that even the most trusted faces can harbor deadly secrets. It challenges us to look beyond the obvious, to question the surface, and to appreciate the enduring power of knowledge, for both creation and destruction. The past, it seems, still holds countless unsolved mysteries, waiting for curious minds to decipher their silent confessions.